Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chiscool Gaming, and in today's video, sponsored by the makers of Whiteout Survival, we gotta talk about this Craftsman store event. Because at first blush, I looked at this and I was like, yeah, it's another event, and you buy some bundles and you get some stuff. But then I looked more closely, and the stuff you get this time around is really interesting. Sure, they've got this row of stuff that's in orange that resets daily, but I'm not as interested in that as I am in what's down here, because this stuff is crazy, including a huge amount of research speed in your island, training speed in your island, and that blew my mind, because I suspect that for the money you spend on these things, the value is going to be disproportionate, especially if you, like me, have not finished your research yet. These things become the equivalent of speed ups. Value you get over time as you research more stuff and it costs you less. Or when you train troops every day and it costs you less. Very high value to me. Okay, so as I started to look at this, I was like, oh, okay, this event is not like the others, okay? In addition, there's this cosmetic custom teleport skin, Thunder Snow or Sword of Ice, giving you a cool looking teleport, but also troop lethality. Okay, seems pretty good. That costs you 400 clams. Down here, they've got a carousel building that gives you troop defense. Okay. Then they've got a pick one theme here. I mean, cool. A lot of options. These all give 2% attack. They're kind of expensive for what you get out of that. If you're a, big spender, it's probably value to you. But for like a mid to high spender like myself, I'm not trying to be the top 1% in this game, probably. And then you've got some March skins, which I don't know, man. I'm tempted to get this unicorn just for the memes. I just think it's funny. Yeah, the hunting speed is kind of whatever. But yeah, so there's all these goodies here. So not to mention the Mithril, bro. Mithril's always a good take in this style of event. The reason I say that is that typically when you go to buy a bundle, there's not a good bundle to get Mithril that's high value. And for perspective, one Mithril cost me 40 clams. Okay, so to get clams, we'll talk about this in a minute, but if I go to buy some bundles here, let's see, plus on the clams, all right? So it is going to run me for $5. I get 80 clams. 2 Mithril. Here's the thing. If I were to go all the way over here, where I'd normally have to buy Mithril, go to the regular packs, scroll on down, $5 for 1 Mithril. Plus, these packs over here in the Craftsman store are kind of curious. They give you these construction hats and they give you clams. They give you the project points. So basically, you can spend money to get the project points, which is a tiered reward, and also you get the clams, all right? Which to me feels pretty good. This does reset daily on the clams, so you're going to have to figure out if you are spending in this event, how much you're spending on a daily basis. I think this event's incredibly high value. I certainly want to do through the $50 tier, maybe even every day for the rest of this event. Call me crazy, but I feel like the value for the research speed and training speed is there. So we'll buy these in just a minute, but before we do, I do want to talk about the Iron Forger Fantasia here. So this is a battle pass, and there's quests that you do, okay? And you can buy the higher tier of this thing, which also gives you a cosmetic option right over here. You can either get 2% troop defense or 1% construction speed. I am inclined to believe that for most people, the troop defense is the better play. That will be my suspicion. I guess it depends on whether or not you value stats for combat more than stats for economic development. I generally think combat stats are the way. But the way that you get progress here is through daily missions. You also get 2x rewards when you buy the higher tier of this thing. But there's a bunch of quests you need to do. I just realized I haven't done one of those quests yet. It's epic recruitment. I'll go get it done. But it gives you craftsman points. Craftsman points are how you progress through this battle pass. So I'm going to go do an epic recruitment here, which is why I've been hoarding up these keys. so that 4 events I can do crushing it, full pull on the molly, light work, honestly. Anyways, so that lets me claim this reward, which lets me advance this, which lets me go over here and get the tiered reward, 3,000 gems. GG. Wow. GG. Now, you may be wondering, Chiscool, but how good is this research speed? Well, if you tap on this, you can tap it again, then you can tap again to look in and check the stats. This thing maxes out at 10% research speed, baby. 10%? Well, how good is 10% research speed? Let me show you. I can show you because I'm the king, and because I'm the king, I can switch my title on a, flip of a dime on a dime here. I could do this turn. So I'm currently at a training speed boost. So I can show you, if I were to do some research over here, this research is going to run me about 13 days. Okay, 13 days and 5 hours. Whew. Okay. If I go, in fact, let's see if we can find some more expensive research. Can we? 20 days for this research. 20 days and 6 hours. Whoa, big research. Just for those researches alone. Okay. If I change this, which I can do every 5 minutes, well, look at that, 10% research speed. That gives you a sense of this, right? So how much better is it now? Well, this guy is 12 days, 11 hours. Oh, it's almost 12 days, 12 hours. Oh my God. That's a lot of hour savings there, right? Like, to me, that feels really good. This guy, now 19 days and 3 hours. So the more research you have to get done, the better that is. Now, I don't know if after you get your regular research done, if there's like crystal research you do later that also you need speed ups. You'll have to let me know down below in the comments. But as a newer player to the game, this Craftsman store feels like very high value. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to buy the $1 tier, the $2 tier, the $5 tier, the $10 tier, and I'm going to do the $20 tier. And I can do the $50 tier. Now, look, if you're being really smart about this, you can plan out these Craftsman helmets here, because maybe the way to think about this event as a mid to high spender is to get to the 5,000 total credit in this event, right? 5,000 construction hats, okay, project points. Because that's maximizing your tiered rewards, which, like, who doesn't want to maximize those, right? So now I can go in here and I can get the research speed, for example, okay? And buying this 1 time gets me level 1. 2 times should get me to level 3. 3 times should get me to level 3, or 3 times level 3. I don't know what I said just a second ago. Anyways, 4 times to level 4, 5 times to the final level, right? So I buy all 15 of these, and I should be able to max out the building. So let's try it. Boom, done. Okay, let's go do it. So the funny thing is that, like, I've got this buff running now, okay? How much further will it go down with the buff active? There is diminishing returns on these buffs that give you research speed, right, and training speed. But let's do it. We're at 12 days and about 12 hours, right? So if we go on over to the island, claim those rewards while we're here. We build this building. I honestly need to do something with my island to make it attractive. I don't know when I'm going to do that. So we drop this thing down, and we hit upgrade, 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 upgrade. We're now maxed 10% research speed. And we can go over here. We just get a look at that research. Now we're down to 11 days and 20 hours. That's just for this one research. So we saved 16 hours for every 12 and a half days. I know that's kind of like a weird approximation, but, like, the way I think about what I just purchased is speed ups. For the future of the game in which they have any research that can be affected by that, that feels like value to me. Now, obviously, I really want the training speed. So I'm going to want to go for that as well. Plus, I'm going to want to get some amount of this carousel. So, like, 120 clams gets me 1% defense for all troop types, which, like, seems really good. Then it's going to be 240 for the next 1%, right? Then it's going to be 360 for the next 1%. So there's probably a break point there where I'm like, oh, it's definitely worth getting these carousels versus doing, like something else. Alternatively, I can get, one of these cosmetics over here. I mean, I feel like for 400, I can only get one of these cosmetics. Oh, two of these cosmetics. Wait, I can get two of them. Oh. I mean, I could get both of these lethality boosts if I wanted. That's kind of crazy. The Hunt marching speed. Stupid unicorn. Am I going to do it? Oh, boy. I mean, there's assuredly there's more important things to buy. Like, I really need to make sure I buy all this mithril. This, to me, feels like I'm a real clown if I don't pick up all this mithril. I will do that, but not this second, I suppose. I have time. Okay, I have time. Obviously, there's like fire crystals in here and other stuff too, but the thing to me that feels, most difficult to get again is the cosmetics. Because the cosmetics, this is the first time I've ever seen these show up. Do they show up regularly? I mean, you're going to have to let me know down below in the comments. Is this something that we'll see again or not? If not, really glad I took it. I have a suspicion that this is a rerun of a cosmetic, but I don't actually know like when this was obtainable and when it'll be back again. But while I'm here, I suppose we should just go for the training speed. We just get her done. So I can only buy 10 of these for now. So I'll buy the ski resort. And if you want to see, I mean, I'll just speed this up so I can show you. So today, if I want to train this, it's going to be 11 hours and 12 minutes. Okay. And you think about this, I'm going to do this at every one of my training queues every day, right? Just getting this down on the board and to level 4 is going to get me what? Let's find out. Just put it over here. Do a couple upgrades. Boom, boom, boom. We're up to 12% training speed boost. Okay. We're now down to, wow, 10 hours and 51 minutes. And the thing is that, like, what I just bought is the equivalent of speed ups for the rest of time that I'm playing this game. Seems good. Okay. Wow. These cosmetics seem really high value to me. I mean, they're more than cosmetic, obviously, and like way more stat gain and gain overall than I could get other ways. I mean, look, 10 clams gets me an hour of speed ups. So, like, in the long run, accelerating the 3 training buildings for the rest of the time that I'm playing the game feels like really good value to me. Call me crazy. GG. If you have any other thoughts about what is the best value to take from this event, definitely drop a comment down below. It does look like, if we go back to the bundles here, that if I spend how much per day? 50, 60, 70, 85, about 88 bucks a day, I can get how many of these clams? We got the 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. So we're looking at like 960 clams a day. Might need to buy the $100 tier at some point to get all my... It's not clams per day. It's project points per day. Sorry. Oh, wait. It's clams and project points. They're the same. Anyways, I need about 1,000 project points a day to get this done. And do I have more project points in here? I do have a few project points in here. Only 20. So, yeah. I'm going to manage to that. This is definitely a spender's event. If you are spending in a mobile game, consider your life priorities, right? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but things like saving for retirement, having an emergency fund, prioritize your family. Like, these are things that are incredibly important, my 2 cents. But you make your priority choices. I think this event is extremely rewarding for the spend that you put in if you're buying the right stuff. And arguably I should have got the fire crystals today. So maybe that was a little bit of a miss. I don't know if I'm spending enough to do all the things I want to do, including getting fire crystals every day. We'll kind of see. But that is worth mentioning. Do I think you should get the essence stones or the mythic shards every day? Probably not. I do think fire crystals could be worth getting every day. So if I were doing this again, I might be a little bit smarter about that. But yeah, overall, happy with how I did here. All right, you enjoyed the vid, throw a like on here, subscribe. Until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies. Take care, everybody.